ready for the thrilling spectacle of truck and tractor pulling. What was once a dare has been transformed into the most incredible display of brute horsepower in modern motorsports. Tough little supercharged minis and 11,000-pound multiple-engine drag rails. From the dirt and grime of mud racing to the uncontrollable horsepower of the monster trucks, it's the most powerful sport on Earth. And it's back on the all-new Power Trax, bringing you the best of the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series. Sit back, buckle up, and get ready for the battle of the big guns. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina for another action-packed Redman TNT Motorsports Extravaganza. This monster truck marathon weekend in Charlotte began last night with the throttle wide open. After slugging it out through a killer elimination, King Kong squared off against Stomper in a qualifying heat. Both trucks pulled out all the stops, and Stomper paid the price. Stomper driver Mike Witt walked away unhurt, but the damage to Stomper was massive.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlotte, North Carolina, to the Redman TNT Monster Truck Nationals. Plenty of action this evening will be taking place as the Dirty Dozen, the 12 of the meanest monster trucks in America, will be going side by side, qualifying as well as elimination, plus some of the awesome ATVs are going to be competing tonight. Want to welcome you on behalf of the Redman people. The TNT Motorsports want you to kick back and enjoy yourself. We are on our way. Believe me, the big guns are here. Jeff Dane celebrating his 30th birthday tonight. Would love to take a win out of here.
Mad Dog and Awesome Kong are ready for the last qualifying heat.
They're watching the green light. It still flashes red. We're going.
We had major contact on that run, and it looks like Kong got the worst of it.
Well, Jeff Dane comes out.
It's going to be a wild night in Charlotte. Kong broke a rod, but still finished with the fastest qualifying time tonight. Will they be able to patch it for the main event? We'll find out after this message. Qualifying heat.
They're watching the green light. It still flashes red. We're going.
We had major contact on that run, and it looks like Kong got the worst of it.
Well, Jeff Dane comes out.
It's going to be a wild night in Charlotte. Kong broke a rod, but still finished with the fastest qualifying time tonight. Will they be able to patch it for the main event?
Before Jeff, out of Moline, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Dane with the Awesome Kong.
The B-12 Allison of Awesome Kong going against the Gravedigger in the first heat of round one of a single elimination monster shootout. Awesome Kong having trouble with that big 12-cylinder fighter plane engine. Kong exchanged blows with Mad Dog in the qualifier and was just able to repair a broken rod in time for this run. Now the engine is running ragged, perhaps the result of that earlier contact.
All right, the Allison engine has two magnetos. One controls one side of the engine, the other on the other side of the engine. Right side of the engine not firing. On the left side. Okay, now it starts to come around. You can see the black smoke from there.
Gravedigger buries Awesome Kong. Kong never quite got that big Allison up to full power. A tough night for Jeff Dane.
State of Missouri. Who is he going to be going up against? Overtime GMC. Chandler Lloyd out of South Carolina with the awesome GMC comes in the building. John Bream out of Jeff City, Missouri backs up with the Bream Boys Racing Toys. John, his brother Bobby, been involved in monster truck racing many years. builds a light truck. That's the whole idea behind the Mad Dog. He said, if I'm going to race side by side with you, I'm going to be lighter. I'm going to fly over the vehicles. Those of you on the right side of the Bream's Mad Dog can see the damage done to it in the qualifying round. Chevy be coming on the right side. GMC working the left. South Carolina in the left lane. GMC. Missouri Chevrolet right side.
Mad Dog wins it, advances to the next round, beating out overtime, which is really smoking hot.
Goes to the John Bream vehicle. How about it, Chevrolet people? He made you a winner. He's staying alive for you. Bream goes out the building. He advances into the next round, representing the Chevrolet camp.
In the entrance chute, the fire crew is cooling overtime off.
F-O-R-D, no problem, Ford. John Moore comes in the building. Ford, right here for my Ford people. And out of Pearl, Mississippi, they call it Casper, the monster truck. Dale Harris doing the driving. So who will advance into the next round at this point in time? Kind of like the sign over Raceway Park in Columbus, Ohio. Only the strong survive. You win, you stay in. You lose, you go on the trailer. You lose from this point forward, we'll pick you up at the Hoosier Dome next Saturday afternoon in Indianapolis, Indiana. Sports, we're glad to be with you fine folks in Charlotte, North Carolina. We hope you're enjoying yourself this evening. It's that time. Let's all watch the flashing red light on the end of the track. Both drivers are ready. We're waiting for it to go green. Jeff Carter gets a clear shine. Green out. Dale Harris takes the win. John Moore with no problem. Harris in a Toyota advances. Lydell, the first in the building, out of Georgia. Bennett Clark doing the driving. He's out of Powder Springs, Georgia. Next in the building should be Starvin Marvin Smith out of Missouri, the Crimson Giant. Smith, during the week, works the tall skyscrapers. He's a construction gentleman that walks the high wire, the tall steel. Bennett backing up, working the right side now. An advantage and disadvantage in the sport is the wheelbase. I want you to notice the blue truck, the wheelbase is shorter. Okay? The red truck, the wheelbase a little, by wheelbase, I mean the center of the front wheel to the center of the rear wheel. Shorter wheelbase will go to the blue truck. Red truck out of Missouri runs a little bit longer, maybe no more than a foot, but that can be important on a quick shot just like this. So my Chevrolet people got to be tickled to death right now. You've already got Mad Dog into the quarters. One of these Chevrolets is going to make it there for you. Who's it going to be going into the quarterfinal? Oh, Marvin Smith.
The Crimson Giant beats out Clydesdale.
Marvin Smith.
Another fine win for Marvin Smith.
Starvin Marvin. A little bit of a fire, I believe. I don't know. We're going to have to kind of wait and see the run. Okay, we do have a fire on the bottom of the engine. Okay, what it is, there's a starter line to short it out. The fire crew right next to the announcer, right here. Zoom, they'll knock it down. And you notice what the driver's doing. He's not panicking at all. He's sitting up in there. Probably got a ZZ top tape. Marvin Smith, and I've done my job. I'll let these guys do theirs.
We'll be back after this message with more Monster Truck
American Pulling Series. Look for it.
King Kong, with the fastest qualifying time tonight, gets a bye in the first round. All Steve Dane has to do is ease King Kong over the course, uncontested, to stay alive in the quarterfinals.
Express, ladies and gentlemen, out of Michigan, out of coal country, modern day outlaw, Chevrolet. Chevrolet and Ford, battle, battle, battle. Here we go. Ford to be lining up in the left lane. Chevrolet come off that right side. Who's it going to be? Side by side. They want the green light on in. Ford comes out. Chevrolet taking a shot. Chevrolet takes the win. The modern day
Outlaw advances. Now it's time for the first heat of the quarterfinals.
The Grave Digger out of Virginia. Dennis Anderson comes around. He'll be going up against Mad Dog Chevrolet. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, right now is not the time for the faint at heart. You win, you stay alive. You lose, you go on the trailer. Nobody came to lose. Ford out of Virginia. He'll be going to left lane. Chevrolet out of Missouri working the right lane with a Mad Dog on the side. Is there any more noise in the building for the Chevrolet they call the Mad Dog? One will survive. Only one will be back. Who's it going to be? Side by side. Jeff Carter lining them up. They're waiting for it on the end of the track. Green, Earl. Chevrolet, the Mad Dog.
Mad Dog advances into the semifinals.
Modern Day Outlaw, ladies and gentlemen. Buster Guffey comes out to go against last night's winner. Well, what do we have here? Last night's winner, tonight's quick time. They call it King Kong Ford. Where are my Ford people? Buster Guffey in the Chevrolet that goes by the name of the Modern Day Outlaw. Steve Dane doing the driving of the awesome Ford out of Killeen, Texas. Only the strong survive. You win, you stay alive. You lose, you go on a trailer. Who's it going to be? Ford will be working on the right side of the Lone Star State of Texas. Chevrolet out of Dixie will be working on the left lane. Modern Day Outlaw, King Kong. Last night on the driver's door, you can see where Kong was beating and banging with some of the boys. Who's it going to be? Side by side. One staying alive. They want the green light. Ford takes the win.
King Kong wins it as Outlaw comes down hard on the rear tire.
Buster Guffey breaks the suspension. Right now, the driver gets out checking everything. Buster Guffey, an update right on the spot. The Chevrolet running awfully strong against King Kong. What exactly happened?
I was in on the throttle, and I came out of it, and the motor wouldn't come up, and she just come down hard, and I broke the kingpins out of the rear wheel.
Breaking the kingpins. Ladies and gentlemen, all the Chevrolet people, he gave it a shot for you. Let's give him a round of applause. The Modern Day Outlaw. Are you ready to rock and roll with me right now, Charlotte? Here we go. Only 4 of them remaining.
Out of the field of 12, only 4 are left as we get ready for the semifinals in the Monster Truck Shootout.
Dale Harris out of Pearl, Mississippi. Stay alive. Mad Dog Chevrolet out of Missouri. Stay alive. John Bream and Dale Harris come out. Now there's only 4 remaining. Started off with 12. 1 qualifying shot, then single elimination. They're working in the staging lane, just like 2 boxers. They're kind of striking each other out, looking, checking everything, ready to go. Bream backs up. He'll be working the right lane with the Chevrolet. Meanwhile, Harris, he's a young up-and-comer on the national circuit, will be working that left lane with that awesome Toyota. How many people think Toyota can pull a major upset with Casper out of Mississippi? How many people are not buying it, saying Chevrolet all the way? All right, side by side, right lane Chevrolet out of Missouri, left lane Toyota out of Mississippi to watch the green light on the end of the track. Here we go.
It's too close to call. Let's see, what do the judges say?
We don't know. We're going to... Toyota! Toyota takes the win! Well, John Bream gives a thumbs up. Dale Harris waving to the crowd. He's here.
Casper advances to the finals, where he'll face the winner of the next heat.
Ford, right here. King Kong out of Killeen, Texas, comes in the building. With the giant Chevrolet in the Chevrolet. He's going to have to nail him to the wall right on the starting line. He's got to get in front of the Ford. Steve Dane, real cool. He knows he can run the quickness. Smith has been close, but no cigar. He goes to this round by virtue of having quick round or losing time. He needs all the help of all the Chevrolet people he can get out there. But believe me, when that light goes green, you are going to see a war between Chevrolet and Ford at Charlotte, North Carolina. Believe me. They're watching a green light. They got it.
Steve Dane puts King Kong in the finals for the second consecutive night.
Going to the final. So Marvin Smith laid down a strong shot, and King Kong will be back in the final. Let's hear it for Smith. He carried those Chevrolet colors awfully proud. We have a Ford from Texas. He won it last night. He had quick qualifying time tonight. Texas, a Toyota powered by Chevrolet out of Mississippi, the Casper. Dale Harris, the Casper Toyota. Dale Harris trying to work his way up. Chevrolet for horsepower. Toyota based out of the South. He's out of Mississippi, out of the Southwest. From Texas, the Lone Star State colors carried by the awesome Ford that goes by the name of King Kong. I've used the term earlier tonight. I will use it again. This will be a shootout. When that light turns green, you're going to see two things happen. You're going to see those monster trucks run down the track, and all these people standing at the end of the building, you're going to see them running to the left or to the right. This is what it's all about, Charlotte, North Carolina, brought to you by the fine people with Red Man Chewing Tobacco. The Red Man TNT Monster Truck Nationals. Hold on, they are going to make a shot. It will be unbelievable. If they can go side by side, they watch for the green light on the end of the track. The final of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Charlotte, North Carolina, Red Man Monster Truck Nationals. 2 nights in a row, both nights quick qualifier, both nights the winner out of Texas, Steve Dane, ladies and gentlemen. Dale, fighting from the bottom of the pile, comes up to get into a final with you. How did you feel when you went up against this guy knowing that he was going to pull the trigger on you?
Dale's got a big motor, he's a fine truck, he can drive, he's tough, no telling what can happen. He's not a guy you want to see in the finals. I know it's going to be a tough race. I got to hand it to him. He gave me a good run, and I thank TNT for having me here, making this all possible. Nobody puts on a great show like TNT. And thank North Carolina for putting on such a good welcome for me. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Dane. That'll conclude the program this evening from Charlotte, North Carolina. On behalf of the Red Man TNT Motorsports Organization, we hope you've enjoyed yourself this evening. We ask everybody to be careful going home and come back to see us again when the Red Man TNT Tour comes to your area.
Supercharged two-wheel drive truck wheel stands and tenacious 4x4s.